Hey, folks, this your boy Iceberg. Thanks for shirt. You gotta be pretty special. Name on your shirt. I'm special. I'm special. Did you know that? I'm special. I'm real special. I got my name on my shirt so I don't forget.
Real special shirt. I like. I like.
Gotta have a shirt. You gotta have a special shirt. It looks just like me, don't it?
Little off, but cool shirt though, cool shirt.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm live here at Brickfest, Baltimore, and they got me as one of the featured creations. I don't know why. I'm not. I'm this stuff. Look, I'm gonna show you something. This is a featured creation. Yeah. Hold on. So if you look over here, my man got it's the Star Wars theme, but I don't know exactly what it is. But it's a cave. It's like a huge cave. He's got like 6 tables full of Star Wars. Like he's got the Star Wars information over there. He's got the whole Star
Oh
Wars
wow.
information over there. I'm gonna tell you why. Since I put this laptop back down, I'm gonna tell you why. If you ever look over there, he took all his tables and put them all together and like feet away from the partition because you get people and kids reaching over there trying to get it and just lean and that pole's about to break, so he's got them far away from the partitions so then because he's
Oh
got a lot of money on that table. Star Wars sets ain't cheap.
no, they're not, and it's a lot of them.
Yeah, it ain't cheap at all,
That's
but
not-
yeah. So it's different out here. We're up here in Timonium, which is probably a little bit north of the city, and I mean it was quite a crowd here earlier. Of course, we're winding down. I think it's over at 6. So I'm able to do this. I'm telling you, I wouldn't have been able to do this like at 12. This table was ridiculous. It was just a lot of people
Oh,
in here. I mean, yeah, it was ridiculous. It
that's
was a lot of
good.
people
That's
here.
good that you have people come through. You don't want to be at a show and like only 10 people show up.
That's bad. That's bad. That's real bad.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
yeah, yeah. But they have a lot. I like Brickfest because they have a lot of stuff like activities for the kids and stuff here. And so like
Mm.
they got a lot of build things. Eh, I went to Philly Brickfest as a fan, and I noticed that they had a lot of activities for the kids. But of course, there was a lot more displayers there and a lot more stuff there. But here,
Right.
not so much. I think you got probably about maybe 10 or 20 displayers here. So but you do have the activities for the kids and stuff. So I mean, it was packed. It was.
Okay. Do people ever ask you a lot of questions about your builds?
Yeah, they do. They do. The usual questions like, how long it took, how much money you spent, how many hours you had into it, how many pieces, stuff that I don't know. I just build the stuff. I don't count. I don't keep count. I don't keep count.
Right,
So,
right.
I gotta ask if I see the table moving. See, that makes me nervous. 'Cause, that makes me nervous a little bit. I'll be on edge a little bit. Um,
Really? Would you
eh,
think they're gonna walk off with something? Maybe grab a minifigure and go?
Nah, I'm more afraid that little Johnny gets past the partition and sack one of these towers, and then I'll be spending the rest of the day trying to put it back together. That actually could happen. It almost happened. It almost happened. It did. It almost happened. My
It
father asked,
almost
"Can he
happened.
play with that?" He's like, "Can he play with that for a little bit?" No, no, put him up. No. Yeah,
Say
my
it's
thing is
not for playing. No touching, no touching.
right. My thing is, you go home. You go home and you see what little Johnny do with the Legos at home, and you want him to play with what's on his table just a little bit. Nah, that's a bad idea. That's a bad
Yeah.
idea.
You're right. It doesn't take much for Lego to topple over and turn into 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, where's my man? Is folks? You watching the show? You know, if you're watching the show, you watching it later. Uh, my friend I'm speaking to is Miss Too Humble. She's a an avid Lego collector, aren't you?
Yes, yes, I am. I don't build mocks like most people do. I just do a lot of out of the box builds, but I'm moving towards doing more mocks because now I have generated enough pieces in my collection I could possibly do it.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. What sets have you collected? Sound like on the bike,
Oh
ice.
gosh.
You're informally on the ice box right now. Informally, what sets have you had?
I'm officially on the ice box. I have collected quite a bit actually. I don't want to put myself on the shame table here, but I have a lot of sets that have never been opened. So I have um I have all the modulars all the way back to the carousel. I've been collecting probably since my son was about 9 years old. So
Oh, okay, okay,
and he's over 21 now. So you can imagine how many sets I have
I
that
need
are in this
work on that
house.
wall.
So
I need you to work on that wall of shame. I need you to get down and build those checks.
I need to start building more. Sometimes work gets in the way and it makes it difficult to really do a lot of building.
Yeah,
I need
yeah,
to.
yeah. It does.
Now,
Yes, I
hmm?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I just got asked where's the restroom. I don't know. I've been sitting here for about almost 8 hours. I don't know.
Oh, he asked you where the restroom was.
Yeah. I got asked that. I got asked about what sets do they sell here. I got asked if what was it? Oh, where the food was. I don't know. I've been sitting here about 8 hours. I don't know.
You don't know. You haven't had a snack?
No, I hadn't had a snack. I hadn't had a snack. I've been. If you could see, it says meet the fan designer right here. The guy who made that
Uh-huh.
who set. That's him right there.
Oh, that's him? The one who made the Doctor Who, that TARDIS set?
Yes, yes, that's
That's what's up. Hey. That's what's up. That was a cool set, actually.
him. Yeah, yeah. He's got like a ton of other stuff that's pretty cool. So he here for like a little bit of promotion, a little bit. He doesn't have all the sets that he's trying to get past through Lego's ideas here, but he's got like all those posters he's got back in the background and the TV.
Hmm.
He got some good stuff. He got Flintstones. He's got the Flintstones.
He had the Flintstones. I wish they would release that one. Oh my god. That would be so dope if they did a Flintstones one.
Yeah, Flintstones. He's got it. He's got it. It looks awesome
Wow.
too. Little Johnny over there reaching again. I need to back this stuff up. I need to back this stuff up. I do. I do. You know, just being it. Wait, hold on. Yeah, but mom said, just let me, man. You know, I don't get that, man.
That's,
I don't know. I don't
that's
know.
what comes
Mom,
with kids, man. They touch everything.
your mom, your mom would not let you touch that can of tomato sauce off the shelf. Every time you reach for the shelf, you smack your hand, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I learned at a very young age not to touch. Yeah, yeah.
Right. And I know because my mama used to do the same thing. So
Uh-huh,
yeah,
yeah.
mom had to do let the kid go on and get in there, go in there and grab him, go and get him, get him. Sit there and look at you too, like say something, say something. But yeah,
Hmm.
that's pretty cool. So you've been in Lego for a while, huh? You've been to any Lego shows like this here?
I have been to the Lego shows. They have them here in Atlanta every year. So I've been to those, but I've never sat at a table. I mean, Logistically, I mean, in my mind, like just seeing even the sets that you put out, the amount of time it would take to transport and move that stuff. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Uh-huh.
yeah, but I typically just go to shows here locally. I would love to go out to some shows in California.
Uh-huh.
Um, and be able to travel around and go see some of the bigger shows to see what's out
Yeah.
there. And there's been a couple of folks that do a lot of commission work, shows that'll pop up sometimes from time to time here in Atlanta. They're pretty cool. They do a lot of those 3D modeling, you know, uh, sets where they're being commissioned to, create these works of art out of Lego. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Okay.
Pretty cool. I don't know why I'm so fascinated by the 3D models and the big old statues and like, wow, I want to make a gigantic Smurf for my house, stuff
Right,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
cool.
something
Yeah.
that I've had some interest in wanting to do is to get into the 3D modeling. So
The 3D modeling. Yeah, yeah. So I got asked that today. Did I do I use the 3D modeling to build my builds? I said no. I said, if it was 3D modeling, it look a lot cleaner than what these builds look like. It'd be a lot cleaner. Yeah.
it is. It takes a lot of precision. It does. It takes a lot of precision work, and probably too, it would be nice to have a great software program. Yeah.
Oh, 20 minutes. They kicking us out. Oh, they kicking us out. You hear that? They kicking us out in 20 minutes.
They ticking down. They ticking down.
Yeah. They kicking us up out of here.
Oh
You ain't gotta
wow.
go home, but
Okay.
you gotta get out of here. So I
So
see you
you
have
have
a
another.
I see you have another hobby behind you. What you got behind you?
I do. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I do collect all kinds of toys from Funko Pops. You see a little bit. I don't discriminate against building toys, so don't judge me. I do buy,
Got a lot of
sometimes other
Ninjago.
stuff. So there you go, Ninjago, and then here's my little sorting area where I keep everything.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
no, I don't have a Bricklink store. All of this stuff is just my personal collection from sets over the years, just parted out and put in these containers. And then as you can see, I have my modulars over there. I got a bunch. I'm trying to gain some control over my Funko Pops. They're kind of trying to take over my room here. So I've been packing some of them up, but I broke down a lot of my Lego City here to get ready to build my winter scene for the holidays. So working on
Ah,
that. And I got
okay.
my minifigure wall there. Put all my collectible minifigure series in frames um
Mhm.
as a way so I can look at them on a regular basis. And again, more of Funko Pops, and then I have my Funko Pop wall. Funko
Uh-huh.
Pops galore. So I just collect a
Cool.
lot of toys. A lot of Lego books. There's my dog. But just a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So you're almost out of there. You got 17 minutes.
Yeah, almost. And little Susie here keep touching myself. I'm not gonna have to lose it.
You need to put some snacks out there. Put some candy. If you put some candy out there, they'll stay away from your Lego.
Like, you have sticky Lego. You put candy out there, you're gonna have sticky Lego. That's what's gonna happen.
The candy will act as a distraction.
Nobody likes sticky Lego. You gonna have sticky Lego. That's what's gonna happen. I'm surprised they don't sell like candy and cotton candy and stuff like that here. Because they know you're gonna get sticky Lego.
No, you get some lollipops. Get lollipops, because then they got to hold the lollipop in their hand. Therefore, it keeps their hand busy and off of your Lego.
No, since you got hands, no touching, no touching, no touching, no touching.
He's
See,
like,
every time,
you
yeah, every
serious?
time, man.
Like,
Every time. It's tough, man. This stuff is tough because it's like that stuff you have like the domino effect. Like you you touch that one little thing and then the whole thing falls. So nobody understands that.
oh, I know, I know. I've had a Lego build tumble and fall on me before as well.
Yeah, I keep hearing about Vic's story at I think it was Brickfest, either Philly or Buffalo. He had a tower, and apparently, kid got in the partition and went to stack a figure, and the tower almost went down. Like somebody had to catch it. That's what I heard. So
Oh
that's what
wow.
kind of out of hand. It's like, hey, security.
I heard that happened to one of the master builders. They had a 3D model somewhere. I don't know where it was. It was in Japan or somewhere. He had this huge 3D model and a kid turned it over. It is just went into a gazillion pieces. I think it was in a museum or something. He was displaying these Lego models and a kid just pushed it over and it just broke into 1,000 pieces.
Gee, gee. So something I do notice what's happening to some of the Brickfest shows is that it's starting to monopolize its vendors. Like, you'll get down to where they're just doing one vendor. And I think I know who the corporate is. It's looks like Wildcard Toys, whoever Wildcard Toys is. I think they're
Yeah,
monopolizing the
yeah, I bought a few pops from them. Guilty as charged.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at their stuff, and their stuff is the same as any other that any other a vendor would sell. I mean, at the same, you gonna get the brick show price, of
Right,
course.
right.
I mean, I don't think that's a good thing because then you lose out on the local vendors lose out on
Hmm.
making money or coming to the shows because you have one vendor only, Wildcard Toys, monopolizing the thing. So I don't
Yeah,
think that's
I know here in Atlanta, the biggest vendor they had here was Brick Show. The Brick
mhm.
Show guys, they showed up and they had this massive like Lego store in their setup. So
Yeah.
I know there were other vendors, but theirs was so massive that I didn't see anybody else.
Yeah, that's sad. I mean, I'm not having nobody. I'm not having nobody. Learn. How to run a business or a show or anything like that. But I think that's just you kind of lose the touch. See, I used to be a runner, and I used to be a sprinter, and we did things like I've been the big race was pin relay. Don't know if you're familiar. So pin relays used to, their vendors used to be like locally owned, like mom and pop stuff, and you get all the culture stuff and the real T-shirts and the mixtape CDs and all that stuff that made the culture. Well, they stopped all that and they monopolized the T-shirt stuff. So it's really bland. It's like eating a bowl of bland spaghetti. No sauce, no no
Mm.
no no spice in the sauce, none of that. You know, it's just I mean that's my take on it. So like if you monopolize the vendors, wild card
Right.
wild card toys, they should pay me because I said their name like 5 times. Is a good vendor, but I don't think they should take over.
Yeah, the question to ask too is, were there any other vendors that applied to be there?
Yeah,
That's
I
another
think that
question.
I think there was, and here's the story that I'm getting. I mean, there's other vendors here now, but here's the story I'm getting. Like, who is it? What's the name? Brick Sanity or Citizen Brick, Eclipse Graphics. Eclipse Graphics got banned from Brick Fest.
Really?
I think they got banned. Is it Brick Fest or Brick Fair? I'm not sure, but you won't see them at Brick Fair or Brick Fest. I think because they said something about this monopolized thing that's going on, and
Wow.
so they didn't like the comment that they said, and so they kind of banned them. Which, you know, I mean, they sell Citizen Brick sells quality stuff. They sell A-Fall Lego stuff. So you know,
Right.
to them, but you know, it's a hit to us because you know that's custom stuff that we want.
Right, right. Well, you know, the problem with Monopoly is if you get one vendor that's taking over the show, prices become ridiculously
Yeah, because I just had somebody say, "Hey,
high.
man, you know, I paid $70 for this set. $70 for that set." It was the what was it? No, they paid. Let me get it right. They paid $50. $50 for
Uh-huh.
the homecoming, the vulture set, for the homecoming set. That ain't a $50 set.
Uh-huh. No, it's not.
It's
That's not.
not a $50. And
No.
that's tough because I mean, honestly, I would say, hey, look, I wouldn't buy Lego sets from the show because you're gonna pay show prices. I mean, unless I knew somebody like
Right.
I know Classic Plastic. You know, I know a few other people that are here. You know, that set wouldn't cost me Brick Fair or Brick Fest show money. It just wouldn't. So, but I mean, people are here to make money. You either gonna pay it, you're gonna buy it, or find it elsewhere. You gotta just consumer beware.
Yeah, it's like that at all the shows. And it's not just about Lego too. They do the same markups with comics. I've seen it done with the Funko Pops. You know, you go to some of these comic book conventions and they do the same thing. It's everywhere. And they'll charge like ridiculous prices because they know how bad we want it. You know, if you're a real collector and you see something that you've been wanting forever, a lot of
Mhm.
times you'll be willing to pay it because otherwise you wouldn't have it.
Right, right.
And as you know, most of us collectors are completionists, so once
Yeah.
we start something, we gotta get the whole thing. You know, if one thing is missing, it's just not right. The collection is off.
Oh, yeah. You said it. You said it. You end up finding yourself getting the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Um, just the way that it is, way that it
Right.
is.
Oh yeah. 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 I get it.
That's why you got to network with enough folks. You know, you watching that table. You watching that table, making sure Johnny is not touching that Lego.
Johnny, Johnny gonna get me. He gonna get me, boy. Johnny gonna get me for the weekend's over with. Yeah. I ain't gonna be paying attention. Little Johnny gonna get me. He gonna sack my baby. That's what
So
he gonna
Johnny
do.
go get it.
Baby gonna come crashing down. That's what's gonna happen. I feel it.
You. Hey, don't put that on you. You better
I
blow
gotta
that
steal.
off.
Gotta steal me one of these Brickfest T-shirts, man. I gotta get it with somebody looking away.
Hey, do you get like for having a being a vendor? Do you get anything to commemorate your time at that Brickfest?
Hi, how you doing? How you
Oh,
doing?
well, okay, okay. So you don't get one of the cool brick, what's it, a brick tag and all that with your name on? No, that's
How
it.
you doing? How you doing?
No.
All right now.
Okay.
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 Nice. I like it. I'm happy they invited me. I'm happy they invited me. Seth Pollock's a good guy. He gave me the invite, came down, and they gave me this big table. I can't fill it up with all my stuff, but but it's a big table. I appreciate it. See what I'm saying? Look, Mama done knocked the pole down. That's what I'm talking about. She gonna leave it right there too and walk on away. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I go crazy. That happens. Knocked
Oh,
out a whole partition. She did. She did. She knocked out a whole partition trying to go over it.
wow.
And then even put it back up.
See, in those
Yeah.
moments, that's when you wish you had some of that Craggle from the Lego movie to keep people from knocking your stuff and tearing it apart. Get
Right.
some crazy glue.
Yeah. Right. And you can put it back up.
Oh, your
You
man in
can
the
put it
back,
back up.
he picking up his TV. He moving out.
Yeah.
He picked that TV up and just
Yeah, he did. He rolled on out, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah.
he
Yeah,
rolled
they
out.
packing up. All right, folks. That's going to conclude this segment. I actually took footage of the whole venue when I walked around, and I'll add that onto the the slide here. And so be look out for that. It's not a live. It's not going to be a live feed. It's just going to be a video. So check that out. It's the whole venue. But you've seen one brick fair or brick fest. You've seen them all, right?
They're not equally created. No. I've seen some that were really, really over the top, and then I've seen some that were,
Yeah.
you wish you had saved your $15. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's post talk show, and I'll tell you that about that in a second.